Damn, I forgot how good that is.
Yeah, and honestly, so this is another example of I had heard them before, but it was a much later song
Yeah.
that convinced me they were just gods among men.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just looked it up. The missing element for me all through their career, because I'd heard most of their albums, and they always just felt like kind of dated to me. They never really seemed like they were what was happening at the moment. That record is produced by Rick Rubin, and I'm not surprised.
Oh.
every time I kind of go like, man, someone just knew exactly what this act needed for it to be palatable to me. It's Rick Rubin.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's a Neil Diamond album. That's great.
It's Rick
And I was
Rubin.
like, why is this Neil Diamond CD so good when I've never liked anything I came across with Neil Diamond? Oh, it's Rick
It's
Rubin.
Rick Rubin. Gotcha.
That's just his talent. Like, he knows what needs to happen that hasn't yet for
Nice.
the people he works with. It started with the Beastie Boys.
This is
famously.
one of their last album, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
this
it's like
whole album is on fire. Whew.
yeah, and it's like a decade old. Like, they've basically been retired for a while. And Dusty Hill, the bass player, died, I think, just last year.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I just got into them.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of quarantine. That was one of the records I had on heavy rotation. Just going like, oh man, like I've known about these guys forever, but this is the first time I love them.
Yeah, I don't know, something. You're right. There was a kind of sameness to them that I was just like, I'm kind of over this.
They were also a group that. So I watched the documentary about them also in quarantine that came out about the same time. And
Sorry.
I gotta recover from that.
I'm sorry.
That's just funny. We're not going to talk about what just happened here. Anyway, so I watched the documentary about ZZ Top that came out, I think, on Netflix around the beginning of quarantine. And yeah, just was like, how have I not gotten into these guys before? They seem really cool. And I realized it's because they were one of those bands that just always tried the new thing. So they always, like, you know, whenever a new drum machine came out, they wanted to do that. Whenever a new, like, synth poppy sound came out, they wanted to try that. So, like, the beautiful, pure blues rock of La Futura, that album that we just heard a song off of, it never really was part of their thing before. Not really. Because it was never just the, like, pure blues thing that they, like, tend to do live. You know, and they've always kind of had, like, jazzy things they do, and they've always mixed it up and brought other elements in. But their records always sounded so much outside of what this record sounds like that something just never caught my ear until this one.
Nice.
So, just snuck it in at the finish line for me.
Yeah.
Like ZZ.
This is one of the albums that you were like, you want to listen to ZZ Top? And I was like, no.
I was like, give it a chance. Just listen to this one.
This is another one. One of the car trip move Phil down here jams. You were like, you should really listen to this album. I was like, I really don't want to. Why? This is not a band you were like, trust me. And you put it on, I was like, I was wrong.
Admittedly, it has one skip that I can never get through this song. It's just, it's a little like, I don't know, it's just like 50s ballady thing.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Fit with the rest of the album.
It doesn't belong on the album. Rick, what were you thinking?
Rick Rubin's one mistake.
You had total control, I can tell. Why did you allow this to happen?
Someone was like, please, Rick. But yeah, not regretful after we listened to that album.
Yeah. The only other thing I wanted to note with this is it's one of the few examples I can think of, and it always tickles me more than it pisses me off, when people that are way beyond their first few million bucks write about how poor they were once.
Yeah. Jeez.
The White Stripes' Bone Broke always cracks me up.
Yeah.
Like, that's also off their last record.
Yeah, come on, guys.
At the peak of their fortune.
We all know you're beyond not broke. We like beyond broke.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, George Harrison's "Set on You," is like the lyric all the way through is like, it's gonna take a lot of money and time. Like, you have that. Yeah, you have all the money and time in the world, and you're married. I don't know why you're bitching about how hard it is to date. But that was a cover song, so we'll let it slide. I forgive you, George.
Well, that wraps up for me.
All right.
You?
Good.
You got anything else?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
don't got
it.
anything else.
It's time to feed the cats like we do every week.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's always wrap up time when the cats start nuzzling our legs.
Have we been doing this for 2 fucking hours, by the way?
Probably.
Because it's 6:50.
Hmm?
Fuck me.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't seem like it's that long. And then I turn around and I'm like, God damn it.
it's because we have no self-control, baby.
I thought we
None.
were progressing well, except for like our 2 weird parts.
Really, I think the only time we've come in like under 2 hours is when we're like, this week it's gonna happen, and then we start like cutting each other off and like pointing at our wrists. If we don't do that,
Don't ever do
we
that.
hit 2 hours.
But okay, we're
Not
gonna
literally.
stop this because I still need to do some meal prep stuff for the week.
Yeah.
The cats need fed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thirsty.
Feed the hog.
What hog?
Tend to the thresher.
The fuck are you talking about?
All our farm duties.
We're gonna go. I don't know why Phil is doing this bit right at the end. It's a weird bit, honey.
Really stretching the time here.
Goodbye.
We're losing daylight.
Goodbye.
See you next week.
Bye.
2 weeks. Whatever.
Something like that. What the fuck are we doing ever?